All right, now it's time to head up to Lake of the Woods to check in with Joe Henry from Lake of the Woods Tourism. Joe, did the resort owners up there know that it was going to be winter and then summer again before we went back to fall?
I don't think anybody in Minnesota knew it was going to be winter and then summer again before we go back to fall. Sure wreaks havoc on fish patterns, I'll tell you that.
I bet it does, but I bet they're still finding fish up there no matter what.
Yeah, it's Lake of the Woods. Millions of walleyes, the walleye capital of the world. And, what's so hard is like, even when I do a fishing report, Brent, and we kind of kid around about it off camera, the fish are always biting somewhere and somebody's always finding them. It doesn't mean that you're over the fish or whatever, but there's somebody else catching fish on Lake of the Woods, it seems. And that's no different right now. The reports from the Rainy River, of course, we got a lot of shiners, very low flow, water's very cold, low 30s. And, we got mixed reports. We got some people are catching them. Some people are really struggling. And that's why I say, if you're really struggling, okay, I've been there, I've done that. But boy, make sure you move around. Don't sit in that same spot. Don't fish memories. Don't sit in the same spot for a half a day thinking those fish are going to come through. Go after those fish. Every day is different. Go hole jumping, do a milk run, try pulling crankbaits to cover water. Do something different. And some people are catching some nice fish. The lake has actually been more consistent this year. And I think part of that could be because we have low flow in the river. We know there's walleyes there. We have low flow, but we have so many shiners in the river. There's so much competition. So, you're putting your jig down with a shiner and there's 500,000 shiners in the stretch of the river you're fishing. It's pretty tough, So it's like trying to tease a walleye that has a smorgasbord in front of it all the time.
Yeah. I bet those resort owners are actually probably doing a little bit of duck hunting and then prepping for the ice fishing season right now.
Doing some duck hunting. Some of them are getting ready to go deer hunting this weekend, and they are prepping for the ice fishing season. Painting houses, repairing houses, building new fish houses, putting more in their fleet. They're doing work to cabins. They're winterizing cabins. There's so much work to do at a resort behind the scenes that nobody knows about. But I can tell you, there's going to be a lot of new nice fish houses at the resorts up at Lake of the Woods this winter. And I'll tell you the other thing too is that since mid-March, because of COVID, the resort community had to learn different practices and keeping people safe when they come up to Lake of the Woods. So the cleaning procedures, how to check in, eating's different. The Minnesota Department of Health has regulations on how many people can be in a restaurant and how many people at a table, how many people at the bar, and who can sit next, how many people can sit next to each other. So our resorts are abiding by all those things, really keeping people safe. And I can't think of a better way to keep safe than go down on Lake of the Woods. That's 30 miles of ice this way and 25 miles of ice this way. And, if you want to drive out to a fish house that's, just your group, you can do that. There's so many ways to have a good time yet still be safe if that's your, prerogative.
Well, if people are looking to book a trip up there this winter or maybe try to get up there yet this fall and do some hunting and fishing, where should they go for more info, Joe?
You know what? Always check out the Lake of the Woods Tourism Facebook page. Otherwise, check out our website, and that is lakeofthewoodsmn.com.
This has been the Finding Fins Fishing Podcast, part of the Sporting Journal Radio family. Subscribe wherever you get podcasts or go to findingfins.com and make sure to like our sponsors.
If you want to have success fishing in Minnesota, you have to go where the fish are. And there may be no lake with more fish in it than Lake of the Woods. Not just big numbers of walleye, sauger, perch, eel pout, pike, muskie, bass, and sturgeon, but numbers of big fish too. Between the Rainy River, the main lake, and the Northwest Angle, you have over 50 resorts to choose from. Guided fishing allows for heated transportation to heated fish houses. Learn how to book a trip now at lakeofthewoodsmn.com. That's lakeofthewoodsmn.com.